demand resolutions. In San Francisco, Mayor Lee, Chief Suhr, the POA breaks their promises to the people. We are demanding resolutions. We are demanding justice for Mario Woods. We are the Justice for Mario Woods Coalition. Clap it up. We are here, standing here as one, together, unified, of over 17 organizations, and we are demanding the firing of Chief Suhr.
That's right.
We are demanding that Mayor Lee holds Chief Suhr as official misconduct.
That's right.
We are saying that
Chief Suhr!
Chief
Fire
Suhr,
Chief Suhr! Fire 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 Chief Suhr!
all right then, thank you, brothers and sisters. And so we are going to speak to the press, because usually the press does not want to talk to us intelligently so that we can get our demands out, so we can tell them how our community feels. Again, we are demanding the firing of Chief Suhr. We are demanding that all 5 officers who shot Mario Woods be put up on murder charges.
That's right.
Yeah.
The San Francisco police officers' weapons is semi-automatic. They hold anywhere from 15 to 16 rounds. And if all of the weapons were fired, that means 75 or 80 shots were fired. We do not know the truth right now. We are demanding the truth. And so with the truth, we're going to bring up our fearless leader, one of our fearless leaders, and that is Mr. Christopher Muhammad of the Nation of Islam.
We are here to say to San Francisco, to Mayor Lee, to the district attorney, you have an opportunity to heal the wound, the gaping wound of the murder of Mario Woods. We have a crisis of confidence now. Chief Suhr has proven that he's not the leader that this department needs. He's not the leader that this city needs to lead this police department. He has fostered a culture of racism, sexism, and a blatant disregard for black life. Even black officers on the department are afraid to step forward because they fear within the department retaliation. This is the kind of climate that San Francisco is under the leadership of Chief Greg Suhr, and he must either resign or be fired. If he resigns, he will save this city further embarrassment. As Time magazine has come out and called this Ferguson in San Francisco. Chief Suhr came out and lied to the city, lied to this community, tried to defend the indefensible, tried to make the officers' actions, which were rogue, excessive, improper, and murderous, tried to defend it, then tried video magic to try to show in still photos how Mario Woods attacked the officer. All of these are tactics to try to defend and hide the light and defend rogue actions. That is not the way a chief should operate. That's why he should be fired. Chief Suhr has led a city department with text messages showing that they hate black people, women, people of color. And it took 2 years for this department to investigate itself, showing you there's a culture in SFPD that's rogue in nature. Here's a culture where the Police Officers Association will defend its members even when they're wrong.
And they're wrong.
And Chief Suhr has never corrected, admonished, or rebuked the POA, which means his thinking is in harmony with the POA. The POA's tactics of bullying supervisors, black supervisors, bullying community leaders, intimidation, is something that we will no longer stand. This community will challenge the POA and meet it with truth and let them know no more business as usual. Mayor Lee is proving to be a weak mayor. To answer the cry of Mario Woods in this community, the answer is not tasers. How dare you offer tasers as an answer? If this department can't manage its guns, can't manage its beanbags, can't manage its pepper spray, why would we give this department more tools to electrocute human beings? If they had tasers with the policy of one shoots, we all shoot, then Mario Woods would probably have been executed or electrocuted with 500,000 volts of electricity. Mayor Lee, you have to listen now to the community. And if you won't do the right thing, at least Rahm Emanuel fired his chief. What are you waiting for? To the DA, we demand that those officers be fired. We demand that the police commission suspend these officers without pay. They don't deserve a vacation for murdering Mario Woods.
We don't want them. We don't want them.
You don't get a paid vacation for pumping 40 bullets or directing 40 bullets at a young man who's at point blank range offering no threat. So the DA has to do the right thing and learn your lesson from Chicago and Illinois. Don't take 13 months to investigate the obvious. It's obvious the young man was murdered. You hurry up and do what you know to do, otherwise we'll put you on notice. And if you won't do it, Kamala Harris, the Attorney General for the state of California, must do the right thing because this community needs, deserves, and demands answers for this murder. It will not stand. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher. Thank you, Ms. Goldberg. This is the people's press conference. Herm Lewis, you want to come on up? This is the people's press conference. Member of Justice for Mario Woods Coalition. All those members, please step forward so you can have the right to say what you want.
Black Lives Matters. No justice, no peace. Fight the power for Mario Woods. No justice, no peace. Fight the power for Mario Woods. Hey, we as a coalition, we want Chief Suhr fired. If he don't want to resign. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the murdering cops that shot that young man at point blank range, we want them brought up on murder charges immediately. Not later on, but right now. Right now, them guys need to be brought up on murder charges, like the minister said, not a paid vacation, not suspended with pay, but we want them brought up on murder charges. Okay, Chief Suhr needs to resign. Ain't nowhere in the world a young man that's not posing a threat should have been handled the way he was handled. Okay, first of all, we got 8 officers out there that's physically fit, that's been trained. They should have been able to take that young man down with a billy club, some type of physical force. Ain't no way in the world that brother should be in the grave being buried yesterday. If anything, that man should be in 850 Bryant doing 6 months in jail, 2 months in jail, or possibly bailing out. He should be walking out the courthouse today if the police would have handled it the appropriate way. Ain't no way in the world they should have put their guns to use when that man wasn't posing no threat. Okay, you could have gave him a pass and let him walk down the block like he was trying to do, and possibly arrested him around the corner. We're not saying that he shouldn't have been arrested. Okay, but ain't no way in the world is acceptable. Ain't no way in the world is acceptable for him to be be shot over 40 times.
Talk to me.
Okay, that's the bottom line. Okay, it was excessive, it was unacceptable, it was unnecessary, and the officers conducted themselves with a lack of intelligence and a lack of sensitivity for human life. Black power all day, no justice, no peace. Power to the people for Mario Woods. Power to the people for Mario Woods. No justice, no peace.
Power to the people for Mario Woods.
Power to the people for Mario Woods.
And as we move forward,
Mario Woods.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people for Mario Woods.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
Okay, so again, to the press, this is a people's press conference. And so as we move forward with energy and momentum to be consistent and sustain this movement, we also need others on our side. And one of the people is Supervisor David Campos.
Thank you. I'm actually here with Supervisor John Avalos as well. You know, I'm here as a member of the Board of Supervisors because I wanted to hear directly from the community what your demands are. I think the city needs to carefully consider those demands, but I want to make a couple of points about some things that have happened in the last few days. What happened with the tragedy of this death is not just an African American issue.
No, sir.
It's not just a people of color issue.
No, sir.
It's a San Francisco issue that concerns all of us. And I can tell you that as a former member of the San Francisco Police Commission, what I want to see is a discussion of what I think should have happened in this department years ago, which is real fundamental reform of how the police department operates at every single level. And the idea that the police department, the mayor, would respond to what happened by simply saying we need tasers misses the whole point.
Yes, exactly.
If you believe that the answer to what happened is to simply say we need tasers, then we are in deeper trouble than I thought we were.
Yes, we are.
Because the point here is not what tools were available, but the mentality of how they see the interaction with members of this community, and the training that is needed so that people de-escalate, these officers de-escalate. And it doesn't matter in some respects what tool you give them, unless you change that mentality and provide that de-escalation training, nothing is going to change in my view. And the last thing I would say about tasers is that if we're going to have tasers, which they think that we should, the last thing you want is to actually expedite that process. If tasers are the answer in any jurisdiction, they have to be done with the close, careful consultation with the communities that are going to be impacted by those tools. And the last thing I would say, and I would say this because I know it's been a difficult time for the Woods family, I would say that given the costs of a funeral, as a member of the city government of San Francisco, I think the city should consider paying for that funeral and reimbursing that family. So I think they should do that. So with that, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Supervisor John Ovell. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Brother Supervisor. We don't want tasers, though. Let's just be plain about that. There's a short con game going on here.
Yes.
The subject is murder.
Yes.
The subject is what? Murder.
Murder.
So in other words, you murder a man, and then you tell him the holster is gone because we're going to give him a taser. That's called subject before the subject. Of course we need sensitivity training. That's why we have the Bay Area African American Community Police Relations Board, who dealt with that. But this police chief refused to engage this community organization that was dealing with sensitivity training. I'm here to say that we want the chief fired. I want to take it to another level. I'm thinking that what the chief, if he is going to continue to support open murder and daylight on the streets of San Francisco with the justification that they were following police procedures, then he becomes a conspirator to murder himself, and he doesn't need to be fired. He needs to turn himself in to the DA's office and be booked for murder because he is guilty as his gang members. And that's what I want to say. Everything else has been plain. We don't have to keep talking about what needs to happen. There's some things that can happen after the chief turned himself in, after these murderers are arrested, convicted, sent to prison. Then we can start talking about getting us a new mayor. Hello? He can't continue to hide from his responsibility of putting some safety and protection on this city. There's been more murders under his mayorship than any other mayor in history. The police department is corrupt, and he needs to sit him down. Anybody seen Ross Mercurini? Will he make a good chief? Think about that.
All right, Yolanda Williams for chief position. Yolanda Williams for the chief position.
To the People's Press Conference.
Yolanda Williams.
As we move forward with the People's Press Conference, all the organizations who've been coming to the meetings, come on up. You be heard. Cedric, Reverend Zacharias. Who else? Come on, brother. Come on up. Eli. Organizations. Where's and then Supervisor Avalos? Where did he go?
And Vanessa. Vanessa.
Okay, here you go.
Where's Vanessa at?
Come on up here.
Come on up here.
But y'all scared?
Sign the petition.
Come up here and speak.
Change.org.
You been coming to the meetings? Give me the camera.
Get fired.
Come on up here.
Come on up here.
Go ahead, Chuck.
I sent you over there.
First of all, I want to say thank you for all the community members of Mario Woods Coalition for coming together, and all the other members of the Mario Woods Coalition who aren't here. First of all, I just want to express my profound shock, anger, outrage at what's going on, watching the video. How could you do anything else but weep when you see this video? It's your heart and your gut tell you exactly what it looks like went on. And there's no way to counteract with any explanation, any breakdown of the video, what really went on. And the first thing that really the city needs to do and the police department needs to do is to apologize. Not to leap to taser or some other form of violence that's going to be perpetrated against our communities, but an apology and an understanding that something dreadfully wrong happened. Something dreadfully wrong happened. And I hear the community. There's calls of asking the chief to step down or be fired. And I wonder if that's a question that really needs to be answered by the city and by the police commission and by the mayor himself. Did something go wrong? Was something done? Was the way that evidence was presented to the community, was it presented in a way that was false? It kind of looks that way, and there should be an investigation of that.
Chicago, Ferguson,
there should be an investigation of that.
South Carolina. How many more?
If you want to build trust with the community that everyone says our policing should be founded on, you don't do things like this. You actually share, you work transparently with the community. You build those relationships. You don't work for the officers to defend officers who are involved in officer-involved shootings first and foremost. No, you have to hear from the community first. And that has not happened over and over and over again. We always lose. The investigation's always done internally with a foregone conclusion. Our coming together like this, our uniting with other cities around the country, are really going to make what is going to create the change that we need. It's not just a San Francisco thing, right?
No.
It's not just a San Francisco thing. The whole country is burning. The whole country is burning.
Roll it up.
Ferguson, San Francisco, Tulsa,
So
Baltimore.
even if there was an investigation and we changed the leadership of this department, there's so much more change that needs to happen. So whatever fight we have in us because of what's happened here, we need to continue that fight regardless of what happens in the next month, the next 2 months. It's got to be something that lasts long, because we have to change this whole criminal justice system, not just in San Francisco, but from top to bottom, from the federal government down to our streets in San Francisco. That's organizing that needs to happen here with so many other places around the country. So I'm committed to that happening. Are you? Are we going to work long term for real change? Are we going to take back our cities? Are we going to take back our streets? Thank you.
All right, so we have a young man who's going to come forward who is the same age of Mario Woods and say some words, because it is about our young black men who are being gunned down in these streets.
My name really don't matter, right? Because none of y'all really care about us. I am Mario Woods. I represent that family. And we hurting out here. Y'all talking about, I see online people talking about, well, black people kill each other. You know, y'all don't care about us. Y'all here because this is another story. But we hurting out here. We hurting each other because we don't have nothing. We don't have no jobs to go to. We don't have no business owners to raise us in families and stuff like that. You feel me? They savagely murdered him. Target practice. That's what it was. Target practice. You feel me? Our people, we need to wake up. Stand together every day. This ain't just for this week. This ain't just for this month. We can't let another one happen like this. No more.
Justice for Mario! Justice for Mario!
Every day we need to wake up, look at our people, and love them. It's a wake-up call for us. We need to stand together. Stop waiting for them to take care of us, because they're not going to do it.
They want to take
Tasers ain't going to do nothing. That's just a new way to kill us. You know what I mean? We out here. We not going nowhere. We screaming justice for Mario Woods, justice for all our black soldiers that tried to murdered in the street.
Black and brown.
Fight the power for Mario Woods. No justice.
Our demands are simple. We want Chief Suhr fired. Him resigning is an easy way out. That's a sucker's way out. He's still gonna get that pension. We don't want him to get nothing.
We want him indicted.
We want him fired. The 5+ officers. It was way more than 5 officers. So we want all of them brought on charges. We want them to sit under the jail like y'all do us. Anytime we shooting somebody, we getting charged immediately. It shouldn't take no year or two to get no charges brought up on them.
Arrest the
Fight the power for Mario Woods.
We want the funeral paid for it from the city, reimbursement.
And we also want Mayor Lee to come out of hiding. He hasn't apologized. He hasn't came out to the community. Come out of hiding, Mayor Lee.
Came out to get the vote, sucker.
Chicago.
Set my people free. We are tired of this racial bondage that we are subjected to all over the world. It is a reflection of the inhumanity towards black people in not only San Francisco, but all over the world. We want to stop the environment that allows a Chief Suhr, Ed Lee, and all these other agencies that have been using our communities as a form of bureaucratic colonialism. We have to stop being their answer to global labor issues. We don't want to feed the prison industrial complex anymore. We don't want to be the race that is called when you talk about human population control. We are tired of being exploited by America. We want accountability from the top down. We don't want to replace somebody just to have it replaced by somebody else that's doing the same thing over and over again. Change the system. Get rid of all the people that are accountable for the things that have happened in our community. And that doesn't stop at Chief Suhr. That goes all the way up to the top. Anybody that is elected by us, which means they work for us, if they're not doing the job, needs to resign or be fired. God bless.
Yeah, no justice, no peace.
All right, Eli Crawford.
Don't forget home.
Go ahead, Eli.
Okay, I'm Eli Crawford from Road Talk and from the New Community Leadership. And I'm here today to support everybody here, period. Yes, it got to be stopped. But one of the things that nobody has mentioned about any trauma people to come out to the Bayview. We need trauma people to come out to the Bayview because we have a whole community that is scared and traumatized. We have children that sat and watched that murder being committed. As one of this community, I'm here and gonna be here to support the mothers of lost children, the families of lost children, the families of those who have been incarcerated and sent to prison by railroad situations. We have a big problem, not only in San Francisco, but as the brother said, all over this country, because the same thing is happening. We need our people to come together at this time. Take this opportunity to understand that there's a great need to become as one to fight this monster. We're fighting a monster, a giant monster that we have to deal with. And it does go with the firing or resignation of Chief Suhr as well as Mayor Lee, because he hasn't stepped to this community in no form or fashion except for a vote. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you again. This is a people's conference. This is a people's press conference where you are going to hear from the people. Our next speaker is Rodney Williams, co-founder of Officers for Justice.
All right. Thank you. I'm here today because I understand that they want to bring tasers back. I thought we had settled that a couple of years ago. Officers for Justice, for instance, has been opposed to tasers. That's our position. And for me, personally, I have a solution. And I figure that if they put 2 shields in the trunk of every police car, we wouldn't need tasers. We need shields and people who know how to operate them. And I'm wishing that we could confer with the mayor of San Francisco to talk about some of the problems we're having in our community. So let's support shields as opposed to tasers. Thank you.
Fire Chief Suhr.
Our next speakers, they're coming from Oakland because this is a national problem. This is not just a San Francisco problem. This is a national problem that the police are gunning down our young brothers and sisters.
Gentrification, house, they killing you. Slaves.
Members of the press and community, I stand before you very much as we stood in 2009 on the steps of the Alameda County Courthouse. To my right is Uncle Bobby, Cephas Johnson, the uncle of Oscar Grant, that while we stood on that day to demand that everyone in position of authority in the city and county of Oakland and Alameda County do their part, we're very clear what must be done here in San Francisco.
Yes, sir.
We would say of sir, no sir. There should be no police chief named Sir in San Francisco. So we would say, sir, no sir.
Sir, no
It's a shame and a travesty that an officer of the law without investigation, looking at a YouTube clip, would come to the full defense of his murderous staff. He's compelled by duty to investigate every homicide as a homicide. On this instance, the blood that ran through his veins was not red. The blood that ran through his veins was blue. So while we stand here at the county courthouse, we want to know, what is the district attorney intending to do? Every murder must be investigated. Every murder must be prosecuted. We were told by former District Attorney Tom Orloff that there was a special relationship between law enforcement and the DA's office. We don't need any further special relationship. Murder is murder is murder. So we say, sir, no, sir. And if the mayor does not understand, then the mayor must be held to account. To the mayor, we say, sir, no, sir. When we look at our sister, Kamala Harris, we're asking that her office investigate and intervene immediately. So our sister Harris must know that we have said, sir, no, sir. So I bring with me my brother, the uncle of Oscar Grant, organizing all over the state of California and all over the country, because all eyes now are on San Francisco. And we should know, while our eyes are here, if black lives do not matter, then your dollars and cents shouldn't matter either. We're asking us to join the Justice or Else movement, to keep your dollars in your pocket. Go downtown and hold on to your money. Spend your money after the season is done. Because if our lives do not matter here, then our dollars must not matter here. Keep your money in your pocket and encourage others to do the same. We are boycotting all Christmas season shopping. If you must spend your money, spend it with black-owned business. Because black lives and black dollars matter too. Please receive Bobby Uncle Cephas Johnson.
Don't forget Jonestown. Jonestown, 928 blocks done.
As a member of a family that have suffered the pain and the traumatization that Mario Woods' family has suffered, is painful. I want you to know that because of the community, as I always say, embracing us, standing with us, crying with us, going back and forth to court with us, but most importantly, utilizing your First Amendment right to speak to that very injustice of what we saw happen to Mario Woods. Because of that community, because of labor getting involved, the ILW Local 10 that is standing with the community, we were able, for the first time in California state history, to get an officer arrested, charged, convicted, and sent to jail.
That's
right.
I say this over and over and over so that we can be clear that we can win this war.
That's right.
There's a common thread that I want to share with you that I see happening all across this nation. Chief G of the Park Police Department, who was responsible for Oscar murder, resigned because of the community.
That's right.
Chief Lee of Sanford Police Department resigned because of the community of the murder of Trayvon Martin.
Right.
Chief Batts of the Baltimore Police Department resigned because of the murder of Freddie Gray and the involvement of the community.
That's right.
Chief Thomas of the Ferguson Police Department resigned because of the murder of Michael Brown and the community effort in pushing him out.
That's right.
And the chief in Chicago, as we know just recently, resigned because of the murder of Laquan McDonald.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you this because if we follow the pattern, Chief G is gone.
Yes, sir.
right.
We're standing here telling him to resign.
Yes, sir.
But as Minister Christopher said, if he doesn't resign, will make him resign. The only way that's going to happen as a community is that we must stand together. We must speak loud about this, and we must speak on the same point. Chief Sir, you got to go. Resign.
I'm the mother of Phelicia Jones, a 23 years old black man who was my only child, who received 48 bullets inside of the Metreon 14 years ago. What has changed? Absolutely nothing. And for my hermanos y hermanas here, I'm going to articulate the demands in Spanish, okay?
Okay.
And that's what he will say is, we want Sir out of San Francisco, and we want the 5 assassins of Mario upstairs on the 7th floor here, okay? Para el jefe, fuera! El jefe, fuera! El jefe, fuera! Los asesinos, aquí arriba! Los asesinos aquí arriba! Los asesinos aquí arriba! No, sir!
No, sir.
Tear this building down and build some apartments. Jonestown, they've been doing us for a while.
From Fillmore Berry, the media group, from being straight to the point. We want to keep Sir fired, and the mayor needs to get on top of this right now. Right now. And I would really like to see him indicted, because what he's doing, he's obstructing justice, he's harboring, and he's aiding and abetting a murder and murderer. And if you know what I mean, we really need to have him indicted.
Gentrification!
Yes, and so with that, one of the organizers who are supporting this is Service Employees International Union, who is giving us a space. We are Justice for Mario Woods Coalition. And so here we have a representative from SEIU who wants to say a few words.
All right. Good morning, sisters and brothers. My name is Valoria Russell Benson. I am a healthcare industry chair, and I am on the board of SEIU Local 10-1. I am sickened by the murders that's going on in this this city. And I am sick and tired of every time we turn around, the officers are murdering our children. This has got to stop. Sir, no sir, I say it again. Sir, no sir. Mayor Ed Lee needs to step up and apologize to the family. He needs to step up and stand out and let these families know that he has their support instead of the officers. And on
recall him.
Yes, recall him.
Recall him, he's just next.
So I give my prayers and support on behalf of SEIU Local 10-1 for the families of all the young men that has been lost. Thank you.
Okay, so we are going to continue. As I said, we are holding strong to be consistent and a sustainable movement. In a moment, we get angry, but a movement takes time. And we have already begun to get the ear of the powers at B.
We do.
So clap it up. Powerful people. Powerful people, clap it up. We have just got word that DA Gascon wants to come and speak with us. And so we want answers. And after he speaks to the crowd, we, the Justice for Mario Woods Coalition, will be going to his office to sit down and talk with him about our concerns. And our concerns and our demands is fire Chief Suhr and the officers who murdered and executed Mario Woods by firing squad. They need to be brought up on charges. So, DA Gascon, we welcome you, and we are anxious to hear what you got to say. Come on, DA.
Don't give us a bunch of rhetoric.
Thank you. You know, I just want to be very, very brief.
Prosecute, George.
Stop gentrification. Okay, could you please listen up?
Hold up.
Let's each of us talk at a time.
This is the People's Conference. Come on, let's be respectful so we can listen, so we can know how we're going to organize and strategize and mobilize.
The first thing that I think is really important that we all recognize that a human being lost his life.
Right.
And
stop it.
And this is an area that I and every man and woman that works in the district attorney's office takes very seriously. I can assure you that we are conducting a fully independent investigation into this case. I can assure you that we will look at every piece of the law and every piece of evidence in order to determine whether this case is a case that can be prosecuted or not. But I want to again underline the fact that we are talking about a person who lost their life.
Don't drown him out, man.
And we want to be sure that we respect that. Again, I'm going to say it once again, my office is conducting a fully independent investigation. We will examine every piece of evidence. We will make the conclusions of our investigation fully public. It will be a transparent process. I will meet with some of you today, later on today. I will continue to be available to you to talk about this case or any other case. What I ask of you is that you continue to act as you're acting today. It is important to state your freedom of expression. It is important that we all act the way that we're acting today. I encourage you to continue to do this. But again, know that this will be a fully transparent investigation. You will know when we conclude what was the evidence available, what does the law says about the evidence, and we will walk you through our conclusion, whatever that conclusion is, and I have no idea what that will be today. Again, you also need to know that we have to look at it through a lens of the law and the laws that we have available to work with. Okay? So I want you to be completely assured of the transparency of the investigation, the thoroughness of the investigation, and the independence of the investigation. And I look forward to talking to some of you later on today, and we'll be able to go into more details. But I also want to say that I hope that we look at this as the beginning of the dialogue and not just simply me standing here today and talking to you. This is simply the beginning of a much larger conversation that has to occur.
Come to the Bay View.
I go to the Bay View, sir. But anyway, thank you. I appreciate it.
Quiet.
The police gave the evidence, so how transparent
Hey, where's CB? Where's CB?
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
I need my phone.
Brother Daniel, you want to know?
Justice or else. Hey, let me justice or else. Brothers and sisters, first of all, we want to thank everyone for coming out. I am Mario Woods. Like you, let's make it clear, we came here for simple demands.
Yes.
Fire Chief Suhr.
Right.
Yes.
Charge the officers.
Yes.
No tasers.
No.
That's clear. So now since the DA, George Gascon, have spoken, we have work to do.
Yes, we do.
To hold him accountable to every word he just uttered before you in the public.
Yes.
So we want to act in a dignified manner. We want to be respectful of each other and understand that there's protocol and procedures that takes us to the next stage. Whether it's going to the state, whether it's going to the federal government, it's upon us now to take everything here what done happen and move to the next stage. We thank you for coming out. We appreciate this. Justice for Mario Woods. Justice for Mario Woods. Fire Chief Suhr. Thank you.
I'm getting orders. Just be patient.
I just want some young people.
Yeah, we are. Okay. All right, we're going to get some young people up in here. And then, come on, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Phelicia Jones, but I come here before y'all in the spirit of Woods, because that's what I am. And the population that I represent is the disenfranchised young black man, the intellectual young black man, the one that pay taxes, the one that work, the one that take care of their kids, the one that go to church, that one that got cultural competency and also know the law. So therefore, I will let y'all know that for my elders, I'm gonna hold you accountable.
That's right.
That's my job. I'm not here to make y'all comfortable. I'm gonna stay active as I've been active. If y'all gonna see my face, if y'all have been my face, for y'all do who know me. So all I want to say, I'm here, the spirit is a mama, because the women that I have been seeing here pushing this movement have been motivating me. So my message is to the black men. It ain't that many. It ain't that many of us left, especially something that's intelligent. So I want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all, and all lives matter. That we got black blood on the streets, and you got black blood on your hands. So therefore, we all responsible to be held accountable, even me. And I'm pretty sure we all know crimes and criminals. I know I do, because I've been held accountable for it. So therefore, the chief needs to step down, and whoever guilty by association to this racist nation. It ain't even about race no more. It's about classism. They got us split up, and we divided, and we need to stand for something before we fall for anything. And I ain't got no time to be falling. Fire Chief Suhr. I think that I'm gonna leave this note right here, and this is my motivation. I heard Wood's mama say, she said, the man that killed my son, I sleep at night and I know they feel the same pain that I feel, because that was murder. And I'm here in the spirit of that right there, and for my elders, all organizations, I appreciate y'all being here, because history repeats itself. History repeats itself, and y'all know better because y'all been through this. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all will be seeing my face. Show me how to do better, because I'm here to listen and learn.
Everybody's involved. Yeah, that's right.
All right, we're going to bring up Reverend Amos Brown, the president of the NAACP. And we want to assure Amos Brown we are serious, and we want justice. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
My brothers and sisters, I want to ask Archbishop Franzo King to come and stand here with me. I ask him to do this because you have given the mantra that Chief Suhr should receive a resounding no, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
I'm sure you remember that 50 years ago, there was a series that came on television called Dragnet. And Joe Friday often went into situations, and in the midst of investigating the situation, someone would say, I think, I heard, or it looks like to me.
Just the fact.
But always, Joe Friday would say, just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. Just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts.
As president of the NAACP of San Francisco, I have arisen to give you the facts as to why Chief Suhr should receive a no, sir.
Okay.
All right. All right. 1 year ago, fact number one.
Fact number one.
There was a witness who knew these facts. Standing right next to me, Archbishop Franzo King, NAACP, along with faith leaders and other community-based organizations, met with the chief of staff of this city. The chief of police was there. And I said in that meeting, Chief, Ferguson is in San Francisco. But this chief stood up on the floor and took issue with my comment and said, oh no, this is liberal, progressive San Francisco. But I looked him square in the eye and I said, Chief, I know Ferguson is in Missouri. And I know that demographically and geographically. We are here on the bay in San Francisco. But in terms of attitude, in terms of practices, San Francisco is living a lie. Ferguson is in San Francisco. For that reason, the chief will not face the facts. And he needs to be released from his position. He does not deserve to be there if he cannot admit the fact that this sit-in is racist, that this sit-in stops young black men proportionally more so for jaywalking than any place in the city. The next fact is our young people have been stopped and harassed in this city. Police have come to my church at 1:45 in the afternoon and told a gumbo band at a funeral where people were grieving we were keeping up too much noise. Thanks be to God, I stood and gave the case 1 year ago that this city is racist, and since the chief has not owned up to the facts, he must go.
Thank you, Reverend Amos Brown.
All right.
And now we want to bring up someone who's been with the family. Sean Richards, come on up, brother.
Good afternoon. I just recently got off the phone with the mom about 5 minutes ago, and she told me to tell you thank you guys, and keep his name alive. But I just want to say a couple things real quick regarding the POA, the mayor's office, and the mayor's office. I'm sorry, my mind is going right now.
Okay, take your time. That's all right.
The mayor's office, the POA, and chief of police. If you guys heard what they was talking about, shields and stun guns, that's not gonna help our community. But if you notice in his comments, in all three of their comments, not one time did they mention about the community.
That's right.
They never mentioned the community. The other point that we need to make is that Bayview Station is a training facility.
Make that point.
And we need to change that. We need to get more black officers over in that community that's dealing with that community, that's up at arms, that in our own community, to work with our community. So the more we keep doing this, the more we're going to get the word out. You heard this brother behind me just said, it can't be just today, tomorrow. And Minister Christopher Muhammad said yesterday, Mario life was sacrificed. So if it was sacrifice, then that means we got to sacrifice our life.
That's right.
And stand up for what's right.
Stand up for what's right.
So we can't just do this today.
That's right.
It got to be tomorrow. Next Wednesday, we got to be at the police commission meeting, doing the same thing we've been doing. Every single week, show up and show out. And if not, we're going to shut this city down.
Shut it down.
No justice, no peace.
All right, justice.
Now we're going to bring up one of our Latino brothers. Come on up, because we're joining forces with our Latino community. Mr. Ed Lindo.
I want to first start off by thanking everyone that's here. I want to thank the pastors, churches, Phelicia for your leadership. But we're here right now because this brother is laying dead as a result of an execution.
That's right.
We have to be very clear, and I think our police chief has to be very clear, that we have a system that is inherently racist.
That's right.
And we cannot deny it. We can't hide it. The numbers show it.
That's right.
The number of people of color in this prison, the number of people of color that are dead as a result of the badge.
Oh, man.
I went to middle school with this brother right here. I went to Martin Luther King Middle School. But yet, Every day, we strive just to survive, just to stay alive. Our struggle should not just to be staying alive, our struggle should be to thrive. And our communities are being let down every single day. And I'm telling you right now that unless we stand up as we are right now, they're going to continue to walk over us. They're going to continue to do it. And I'm going to tell you this, that the coalition we're bringing, unfortunately, is taking the lives of way too many of our brothers and sisters for us to come together. But we're here. We're here today. We will stand with you tomorrow. We have the Mission Peace Collaborative, which is the Latinos in the mission that are saying this has to stop, and it has to stop today. We can't let another one, because there's been too many sacrifices. At what point do we say the sacrifices are enough? I say we said that 6 years ago. We said that 20 years ago. We said that when folks were walking across the bridge so they can get their right to vote. We need to stop. 2014, December 13th, we had the Millions March. Phelicia helped organize, I helped organize. We were there, we had 5,000 people marching from the Ferry Building to City Hall. And what were we demanding? That our young black and brown folks stop being killed. And a year later, we're still here. We're demanding the exact same thing. We're tired of it. We're tired of it, and I will stand with you in solidarity, and I will stand behind you, and I hope that we continue this fight. And all we ask for is there has to be systemic change. And I know through the folks here today, we can make it happen, but we have to be united, and we can't be separated, we can't be divided. Love, peace.
All right, and then also one of the organizations with Justice for Mario Woods Coalition is our Asian community. Come on up here, Jay, and say a word.
All right, how you doing today? All right. All right.
Yes.
I'm from the Fillmore, from the Midtown Park Apartment Complex. We're sitting here united with our brothers and sisters from Bayview, Hunters Point, to the Mission, to Western Addition.
All right.
Because there is a very systematic push to push out communities of color. Black community is down to 3% in this city, and they make up 57% of the criminal justice system. I say that's wrong. We need to empower our black community. We need to cherish, preserve, and expand the last 3%. And how do we do that? We need to make sure that folks do not get pushed out from their homes, that they have affordable houses, that there is no gentrification and banishment from the city that you folks helped build. Jobs. We're asking to Fire Chief Suhr. We say that Black Lives Matter.
No, sir.
Sir, no, sir. And we say that, sir. Sir, no, sir. Sir, no, sir. Sir, no, sir. Preserve the last 3%.
All right. So we're going to be winding down. I want my sister Sala and my other sister who's on Justice for Mario Woods Coalition to come out.
I wrote something last night and I just want to read it to you. This is how I feel. Every morning I wake up to watch the morning news and it tells me to be vigilant and watch out for the threat of terrorism. Terrorism is nothing new to me. My people have been living with terror for generations. Those that terrorize my community, they don't wear suicide vests. They wear blue uniforms. Those that terrorize my people do not scream of jihad, they scream freeze, hands up. Those that terrorize my community do not threaten beheadings. They threaten incarceration, illegal search and seizure, and falsified evidence. And they do not threaten to disrupt the American way. They remind black and brown Americans they do not deserve to live that dream. Yesterday, the president was on my TV telling me in order to prevent another terrorist attack, we must be vigilant. We're constantly reminded, if you see something, say something. And here I am thinking to myself, wait a minute, I saw something. I should say something. There's been an act of terror in my hometown. And on December 2nd, 2015, there was an act of terror committed right here in San Francisco's Bayview District. by those that took an oath to serve and protect, an oath they long forgot. Mario Woods was publicly executed in a manner that was just as brutal as any beheading uploaded to YouTube. He stood against a wall, distraught, confused, and disoriented. He was afraid. And as he stood there beaten down by rubber bullets and pepper spray, he was beleaguered by 5 terrorists dressed in blue who riddled his body with more than 20 bullets. So I've seen it. We've all seen it.
Yes, we have.
And now it's time for us to say something. We've seen something. We must say something. Now it's time for all of us to come together, be vigilant, and let SFPD know we will not be terrorized anymore. No more terror.
Power to the people. All right. Okay, come on up, my sister Solid.
This will be the last one.
The last
Give it to him, sir.
Last one.
Power to the people! Myself here today, in the name of Yahweh our Elohim of the ancient Tetragrammaton, a Hebrew queen standing in your possession, whose son was murdered. When I saw Mario, he reminded me of my son, of your son, of your son, of your son. And when you start putting it in your mind that these are our children.
That's right.
These are our responsibility, these babies walking on the street. It is evil and wickedness to see our children massacred and murdered in our presence, and we don't stand. I'm thankful as a mother. I say to the women and I say to the mothers, myself am organizing in Bayview Hunters Point, EMP, in the name of empowering my people, the main one revolution, the main number one revolution. It is the mothers that need to take their position. Minister Christopher is representing the brothers, but we need the women and the mothers to take a stand, because we are tired of seeing our brothers being murdered on the street. We are tired of the racial profile. We are tired of the harassment. We are tired of the lies and the cruelty. And as I have learned wisdom and knowledge, and most of all an understanding, it's a time and a place for every day, for everything. And this is the time, and this is the place for us to unite as one. And I say shalom and power to the people. Power to And I want to thank Phelicia for standing as a woman. I know you're tired. I know we all tired, sister. Right. I'm here for you. And I'm here for, I want you to know, I've been over there organizing in Bayview Hunters Point, but I've been sending my people your way, because every one of us must stand in a position. I give respect and credit where credit is due. I step back. I'm not trying to be up here. The people asked me to come and speak, but I want you to know I love you. It's time for us. But it's time for us to get busy. It's time for us to help one another, so we can be strong to help the brothers. Because remember this, to every strong man is a woman. Remember that.
All right, so we're gonna get ready to close, because we are going to be meeting with DA Gascon at 3 p.m. So all of the organizers with Justice for Mario Woods, Coalition C, myself and Minister Christopher afterwards, so we can see who is all going up. But until, I want to say this.
I am Mario Woods.
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 To the people! I am Mario Woods.
All right, we are Mario Woods, and what happened to him happened to all of us. We will have a follow-up meeting on Monday at 6 p.m. at Service Employees International Union, Local 1021. The address is 350 Rhode Island. The easiest way to get in is to enter on Kansas Street. If you're serious about justice for Mario, you will meet us all there 6 p.m. SEIU 1021 on Monday, this Monday. We are not stopping. We do not have time to put a whole lot of time in between to get back together. We gonna keep this movement going. It's gonna be consistent, and this movement is sustainable. So if you believe, or if you think that we are going anywhere, we're not going nowhere, because we're not begging, we're not asking, we are demanding.